the Co-Pilot podcast, where we dive deep into the most pressing issues of our time. Today, we're tackling a critical topic in our justice system: the stark disparities in mandatory minimum sentencing across racial and gender lines.
And it's crucial to understand that mandatory minimums were actually introduced with the intention of creating more uniformity in sentencing. These are fixed prison terms that judges must give for specific crimes, regardless of individual circumstances.
Wait, so they were meant to reduce bias? That's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Exactly the paradox. Recent data shows that black defendants are about 20% more likely to receive mandatory minimum sentences than white defendants for the same crimes. And when we look at drug offenses specifically, that disparity jumps even higher.
Those numbers are pretty stark, but I've heard there's also a gender component to this.
Oh, absolutely fascinating pattern there. Studies consistently show that women receive shorter sentences than men for similar crimes, about 63% shorter on average. But this actually intersects with race in really complex ways.
How so?
Well, black women face much harsher sentences than white women, while still generally receiving shorter sentences than men. It's like layers of disparity stacked on top of each other.
You know what's really interesting about this? The whole plea bargaining aspect. Can we talk about that for a minute?
Oh, that's actually a fascinating tangent. See, mandatory minimums give prosecutors enormous leverage in plea negotiations. They can threaten the mandatory sentence while offering a much lower plea deal.
And I'm guessing this creates even more disparities.
Research shows that prosecutors are more likely to offer favorable plea deals to white defendants. And here's where it gets really interesting. It's not always about explicit bias. Sometimes it's about resources, like having a private attorney versus a public defender.
That brings up something I've been wondering about: the economic impact on communities. Like, what happens to a neighborhood when you're consistently giving longer sentences to certain groups?
Oh, it's devastating. When you remove wage earners from communities for extended periods, you create this cycle of poverty that can last generations. And mandatory minimums often mean these sentences are much longer than they might need to be for public safety.
Can we talk about the drug quantity thresholds? I've heard that's another hidden factor here.
This is actually